Hello and welcome to Dustus Plays. Today we're going to be playing a deck that was sent to me by Edge from Canada. He called it the lamest mill deck in the world, but I don't think this is really a mill deck exactly. I prefer to think this is like a tempo slash mech deck, or Mecho was my favourite name for it. As you can see, you've got the mech cards there at the beginning of the curve, and then you've got some tempo cards that you'd normally expect to have in there, like Mirror Entity, the Flame Walker. You also see some cards that you wouldn't normally expect, like Lure Walker Cho and Baron Rivendare. Basically, his idea with this deck was to make as many spare parts as possible through this deck. And then you have your Lure Walker Cho out there, you'll play your spare parts, you'll fill up your opponent's hand, and then they will keep burning cards. I mean, this isn't technically milling because you're not actually making them draw cards, just their normal card will get, it's kind of milling, it's a grey area. But I found that this can work quite surprisingly well. I think if I wanted to make this a bit more streamlined, I might actually take out the Baron and Lure Walker Cho, but then that's taking away from the fun of the deck. But I think there's something in it otherwise. Obviously, the split synergies don't necessarily work that well, but most of these mechs don't need another card to actually make them do something other than Tinkertown, which is there. You want the other mech so that it gets the spare part from its battle cry. I just miss having two piloted shredders, but that's not what this deck is about. Obviously, I've found as well that having all these spare parts means Flame Waker can do a lot of work, and it means that you can get a lot of fireballs from Antonidas. You've got one Pyroblast for when you really need to finish someone off. And you've got some other card advantage cards like Nexus Champion Sarad. Obviously, you can draw with the Arcane Intellect and Duplicate. And plus, you have Echo of Medivh. Echo of Medivh can work incredibly well in this deck. Like when you have a couple of things that make spare parts or are just half decent cards, Flame Walkers. I've filled my hand back up with this, and it's been extremely good. So let's play a few games and see how it goes. So we've got another Mage. Just to see how this goes. They can have very similar things like me. Obviously going to keep the Mad Scientist, and we don't want any part of our 10 mana spell on turn 1. That's not a good draw. I think I've actually gone 3-0 with this deck. I played a few games before I did this, and I actually won all the games. Well, that makes those Mirror Entities suddenly a little bit better. Mad Scientist. Having the coin on this deck is also amazingly better. I think I'll play the Mad Scientist out. It's possible next turn I'll actually play the Mech Warper down instead of the Flame Waker, just so I can get the instant value off of... In fact, I'm going to play it like that. That's works out fairly perfectly. See, I've got the split synergies. I've got the mech synergies going on, and I've got the Flame Waker synergies going on. It's I like how this deck works. So what we're going to assume that is, this could be anything still. Like, every single Mage deck's going to have a... makes me feel like it's Freeze Mage now, though. Him doing that. Wow, 2 mana. We'll attack first. I'm going to Flame Waker because... Oh, interesting. So if this is a Freeze Mage, as it's looking, this could work out a lot worse for us. We could really do something like an Echo to get some cards back in. Maybe play the Yeti down and get an Echo. Okay, maybe it is just tempo. He just didn't draw what he wanted to draw. See, now I think I'm going to draw some cards, get the 2 damage in, probably play a 2 mana Yeti. Because that seems like by far the strongest play. Good, I wanted one of them to hit. I've got my value from that now. So I can... Ooh, not what I wanted. Well, with my own duplicate up, he's probably... I want to keep stuff away from killing these two, obviously. So this is going to be an echo turn. I'm not sure No, I only need this to hit once, so... I can't get enough of it, so I want to put this in first to make sure that the... Playing at the 0-2 taunts is just going to clog up my board. I don't think that's what I'm after. I wish there was still a spell, that would be nice. I was going to say, I think I've overdrawn slightly. Possibly I should have played these out. I didn't really think about that enough. Right, so we'll play out. I think we'll get rid of these mirror images in the hand just for the reason I was talking about there. We've got another duplicate. Important putting that out first, actually. I'm glad I did that, because if they do all get AoE down, then this is the what I'll get duplicated. So actually, I should have played one of these first as well, thinking about it. But live and learn. Oh, I quite like burning that. I thought he was going to ping his own belcher there. I think that probably wasn't the play. So he's probably got a flame strike in hand.
What to do? What to do?
There is an ice block in this deck. So this is going to die either way to a... I'll get my ice block out with this. And this will still stick around if he does decide to flame strike. I'll get another spare part from this. I've got obviously Antonidas plus Mirror Entity plus armor plating, and I've still got 2 flame walks in hand. I mean, if he has flame strike, I don't think there's any way you can't flame strike here. You're taking a lot of damage if you don't. Yeah. So I should get 2 more mechanical yetis. That's... he had to clear his hand up. How many cards have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is going to put it down to 8, and then I'll get 2 fireballs. You require my assistance. Job's done. See, Bam Riven there with these 2 does give me more, but I'm running out of room in my hand, to be honest. But I mean, next turn... Oh, what next turn? I can have Flame Wakers going out, I have making more fireballs if he doesn't manage to kill the Antonidas, and those 2 spare parts obviously made it very hard. It'd be nice if I got the stealth one, which is always the best one to have. But that's not easy to kill now. That's Fireball plus Frostbolt. And considering it's already generated me 2 of my own fireballs, I don't actually mind... if that's how that goes. So if that's block, I can actually pop it. as long as he doesn't play a taunt. Because 2 fireballs and pings, 9 damage plus 7 on board. Oh, sorry, it's 13 damage plus 7 on board. But one of these probably now is quite likely to be a...
To battle.
Okay. Could have a counter spell, I suppose. Okay, maybe they're just new entities, but either way, we're going to pop a block if there is a block.
Job's done.
And we already know he's burnt his other one, so I feel we've got this one. Even with an Alex Straza, even with anything else, I'm not sure there's anything that he could do to this board to bring himself back into it. He's got his own Echo of Medivh. Is he... Oh, maybe he thought that would work on my minions. It says friendly minion, unfortunately. So, there we go, that actually worked out pretty much. I was hoping that I'll get some games where you actually see exactly how this deck actually plays out, and that's pretty much how most of my games have played out with this so far. I don't know if I've just been drawing well or what, but yeah, it seems to work. I'm interested to show this to Joe and see who he thinks. He won't keep this exact same list. I think he'll make a couple of changes the same way I did, probably putting those shredders in, taking out the Baron Rivendell. It just doesn't do enough on the board, and it's a lot of work to get the extra spare parts, because I find that I make enough spare parts in this deck pretty much all the time.
I must protect the one.
You asked for it.
So none of these look good so far, not even the intellect. Perfect drawing would be early mech start into... Ooh, we got Lord Walker Cho, so we can see what actually happens with this. This will be interesting. Haven't got any of the cards that I really want against the Druid though. Interesting thing with this deck is it actually doesn't run any Frostbolts or Fireballs or anything like that, because with the Lord Walker Cho, you obviously don't want to be giving those to your opponent. But you've got one Pyroblast that is obviously there just as the finisher.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
I wonder if I should have just turned to Walker Cho just to see how it went. I did that yesterday. I think it worked out the worst out of all the games that I played when I did play him first. But then I've also had him where I've actually had a load of spells, things like Ice Block and things like Flame Strike, like I have here. So I don't really want to play Flame Waker going into swipe turn, so I think I'll just actually get the Yeti out, as it's strong. It's going to contest anything. If he's got a Innovate now to push out something bigger, then we've got something that can actually contest the board.
I must safeguard the land.
Oh, I'll take a duplicate. You know what, I'm going to Lord Walker Cho now. Because if he wants to swipe or wrath it, then I'll have one of them. That's a nice card to have when I've got a Flame Waker in hand. Just mousing over it going, what's this? I really need to ping. So then my only play would be the Flame Waker, because I'm not playing an Ice Block to give it to him, which is one of the problems with Lord Walker Cho. Actually, I don't even mind getting two spare parts. 1/7 will sit there. If he spends his time running into Lord Walker Cho, it's not too bad.
Time runs out on me.
Can't actually fill his hand up yet. Okay, I'll leave it this turn. I wanted to armor plating on Cho so that but I don't really want him to get that to push that up. Two more then, please.
To the slaughter.
Alright, we're just gonna go all out silly. I didn't actually need to play the second. I should have kept the second one because you can't actually draw any more cards.
My hand is too.
Whoa! Not the card that you want to see turn over. Yeah, I wanted to save the other one next time, really, for Echo. I've never come into this bit. Like, he showed me a screenshot when I got the deck sent in with multiple Chos on board. Echo and get even more Chos. But I'm not sure that that's how this one's going to go out. I'm not sure what a good play for me next time. Is he going to swipe that? He can't swipe that, surely. Oh no, he must be putting a... Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Time waits for no one.
Frozen minions for days. So let's get some random damage. I wish they sped these animations up a little bit. And again. Double hit on the shredder this time. Go on, double hit the shredder. Boom, boom, yeah. Ah, we don't want one of them out. Alright, I'll take that. This guy's just sitting here going, what is going on?
I must safeguard the life.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So much taunting going on. Taunt for days, and there's going to be frozen minions for days. Okay. We're gonna ping this guy off first. I'm gonna fill his hand back up again. Takes 3 cards to fill it back up again. But I want the random damage is what we're really looking for here. If we hadn't silenced this, actually, like getting now, we're getting 4 random damage every single one. You can see that can add up extremely quickly as well. No, I need these both to hit. Maybe we should attack first and then I could have done it. Oh, it did both hit. Jackpot.
My hand is too full.
Oh, he doesn't get his second swipe. Wow, that's kind of key. This is annoying that I can't hide stuff behind because he's guaranteed to horn everything up. I wonder if he's going to keep... I suppose he has to keep playing them so his hand's not so full and force me to play them.
My hand is too full.
The question is, do I echo here to get more Flame Walkers? Because that would seem... But then do I want him to be able to echo as well? Actually, I can fill his hand up first. That's what I have to do. I have to fill his hand up first. Ah! See, learning, remembering. Fill his hand up so he can't get echo. Could probably do with some of this damage hitting him. Right, so I can echo after this one. Yep. Alright, hold on. I don't even know how this is going to work. 1, 2, 3. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 card slots. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. So I need to actually do one more before I echo.
Time runs out on me.
Oh, the animations.
Attack that minion with power.
Just one more, we're gone in. But having said that, going through all this, like, not killing that minion isn't so bad. He's down to 16 health. I've got a Pyroblast in hand. I'm very close to just winning it. Sheer brute forcing. Wow, like the way that this can just... This can be crazy. Like, even this, I've never actually played through it this way. This is the first time I've actually had the multiple lore shown. He can never draw a card now, and it kind of feels like he's at 10 mana. He obviously played this as 7 mana. If he didn't have an answer last turn, I'm not sure what his answer is going to be now, especially since I can put down the ball to the exact same state, and then he's going to be in the exact same problem. I kind of feel like he does just lose. I think maybe now he's getting a little bit upset by this deck, but this deck's incredible. I love this deck. Sometimes it just curves out nicely, sometimes you get the craziest thing. Yeah, it's got 10 cards, so I don't want to give him a... Wow, not that really matters. Get a few more actual real cards. Here we go again. It's these guys, they just could become like on-demand knife jugglers. And it does work, like as I say, it's not mill, but it does work in the sense that they can't draw any cards. They're locked out of cards forever while that's on. Ah, okay, there's a way to do it. I wonder where he went last turn then.
I can see.
Oh, he didn't let me fireball face. Oh. Fireball, pyroblast, you know what I mean. Okay, so that game went on quite a long time. I think you've seen both ways that this deck can work. It's a lot of fun. We'll probably talk about it on the show this week, and we'll put the deck list up for you if you're interested in playing Edge's. Ooh, Mecho deck or the worst mill deck ever. But a lot of fun, so hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.